Guys, welcome back to another tournament recap, and today I actually want to analyze the game played by Levy Rozman, now international master, but he is going for jam title, and who knows, he just scored a whole 8 out of 9 points in an IMGM 6-day summer invitational tournament in New York City. The field wasn't as strong, but again, you gotta have some consistency, some stable results in this event, and he showed great resilience. He scored 8 points, gained 21.6 rating points, and will be around actually 2370. He's getting close to 2400, and once he breaks it, that's going to be very interesting to see that 24 to 25 range, how he's going to progress over that. And let's analyze the last game he played in this event. And again, Caro-Kann defense, his favorite one. You probably watched Hikaru's recaps, and he was saying that if Levy wants to go for jam title, he needs to play something aside from Caro-Kann, maybe play e5, maybe play c5, to have these different openings to surprise your opponents. And Caro-Kann is known, as Hikaru said in his videos, in some lines the position might be very unpleasant, but for now Levy is getting away with it, but let's see what happens in future tournaments. And the way he played in this one is actually great. I was talking about the field, but of course it's hard to score that amount of points considering that there was even one jam, 2400 jam. F6 takes, he breaks this center for white pieces, bishop e3 takes, and now e5 takes, and even though it looks a bit scary, because queen might go to h6, but it's actually very safe for black pieces. So knight bd2, bishop e6, knight d3, knight goes to c5, rook d8, rook d1, rook d8, rook d2, b6, to prevent knight from going to c5, g3, king g7, now blocking this h6 square from white, rook e2, bishop g4, and now the position becomes winning for black pieces. And as you can see, the opponent's rating is 2062, and Levy is of course a lot higher rated. He's a more experienced chess player, and just a great guy. it's amazing to see Levy climb the rating ladder, successful tournament in Spain, now successful tournament in New York City. He's getting, it's just very interesting to root for him, because if he will achieve Grandmaster title, that will mean basically that, nothing is impossible, you can do that too. Rook e1, knight e1, queen e7, and it's actually, I'm just amazed, and I'm more motivated to, learn chess as Levy. Queen e4, knight b4, the final mistake of the game. Actually, at this point, I was watching the live stream on Hikaru's channel or on Levy's channel, and this Chess.com broadcast, and here, of course, black have a better position, and the best move according to the computer is to play rook c2, kind of put pressure on the c6 knight, but after bishop f5, the spin is kind of annoying, knight d2, and after queen d3, bishop d3, rook c6, actually it's again winning for black pieces, picks at b2 pawn, potential bishop e4 ideas, so black have no problems. And of course, even if Levy draws this game, he is still winning this tournament. But his opponent plays knight b4, which is a final mistake, and here of course Levy finds the best. Knight f5, and the idea is that after knight d3, so this knight was controlling e5 square, but after knight b4, knight d5, it no longer does, and now knight can go to e5 without any pressure, and knight f3 is being threatened, and white have a lot of problems. Knight d4 was, but the idea was, if knight b4, there is rook d4, and the guy basically set it up a little trick. But on 2000 level, from my understanding, let's say I have 30 minutes, I would never play knight b4. I would never do that. What he was thinking of. like knight b4 just seems off a little, you know. You can think of f4, of course it's again very loosened because of bishop e2, but I guess like the amount, there are no good moves here at all for white pieces, because basically knight b4 you can already see that after knight f5 you have this hole on f3, and basically the game ends real quick, because after knight d4, you know, he's still controlling this, but here Levy plays the best move, the great move, the brilliant move, bishop h3, and the idea basically is that he is trying to distract this queen off e1 square, and basically if queen goes somewhere to a6, queen g2 is a checkmate, so why have no choice but play f3 or queen h3, but here queen e1 does, and black pick up a rook and they win the game due to being up in exchange. f3, and now knight f3 of course, queen f3, queen e1, and now again this rook is under attack, does queen d2, and now picks up a knight on d4, and of course Levy had no troubles converting this endgame, because here he's up in exchange, he takes as many pawns as he can, rook b4, and here his opponent resigned, and Levy won a tournament with 8 out of 9. He couldn't get a gem norm in this tournament because basically the average rating of his opponents was below the needed amount, and you know what's interesting, he could have played in gem event as well, but I think there were enough players and he couldn't register on time, and I think he didn't want to play in the first place, and then he was just kind of getting invited in this one because maybe they needed players, and that's where he is. He won 8 out of 9, the first clear first place, 21 rating points. I'm very excited to see his next tournaments, and I'm not actually sure, maybe you can let me in the comments where he's going to play next, because I'm not aware of it. So again, you know, he's going for this, he's just awesome dude who'll try to get a gem norm. But again, as I said, 24 to 20, he definitely will reach 2400 back, there is no doubt, and this 24-2500 range will be one of the hardest to beat, but I mean, we gotta believe in him. Let's see what happens. I'll see you in the next ones. Bye bye.